Yeah, Reno News now. Sacramento Community Watch. We out here. Yeah, pull up, camera in hand. I ain't backing from a badge or a stance. Tyrant sold the low, you been wild on the stand. Whole city know your name from the fams you harass. You say law for order, but you never learn the law, just the border. Cross that line, now you facing reporters. Your past lawsuit sitting on the record like a warning.
Am I gonna be famous too? You're gonna put me on your YouTube video?
Disdain in his tone, disrespecting his walk. Badge don't make you God, better learn how to talk. He dangerous, reckless, a threat to the peace. Violating rights, wildly patrolling the streets. I'm pressed, I'm the land's First Amendment in hand. He act like the law's just quicksand. Public property, that's my domain. But he acting like my rights, a campaign to restrain.
Well, what's happening? Some technical difficulties going on?
Yeah, technical difficulties going on. Sorry about that, folks. We sent out a new we put up a new live stream intro music, and all of a sudden it wound up going blank on us for some reason. I did not preview the
What's up, people?
The final product.
What's
Hi,
up?
folks. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Sacramento Community Watch Network. I am Reno News Now, Lieutenant Commander of the Sacramento Community Watch. As always, we have the man who's preventing me from doing dishes on a Saturday night, Chief England.
Oh man, come on again.
Well, actually, no. I should change that. The man who delayed the Thursday live stream then canceled it.
Hey, we were out recording the police.
Breaking news. Yeah, he was recording breaking news, man. If you were watching his streams on Thursday, man, it was crazy. Some good stuff out there. So let's see here. We got Xander the Educator. Welcome in, Xander.
Xander, what's up, bro?
Appreciate you for joining this. 777. Thank you so much for joining in.
Perseverance. Whoop whoop. Where's my little horn at? Let me get y'all some horns real quick.
Meg Clutch. Let me find out
Here we go.
Meg.
Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you.
Okay, so I know what happened. I trimmed the audio and I put it down and I forgot to delete it, so it created a runoff blank space. That's what happened.
Oh, see,
Final Cut Pro.
You're gonna have to keep doing. You're gonna have to quit doing that shit.
Yeah. Okay, folks. So as you know, we always start off our live stream with housekeeping. As far as the courts are concerned, I don't think anything happened this week in the courts.
Nathan.
I'll take a look. But while I'm taking a look, we do have a housekeeping video from Sacramento Community Watch channel. So, Chief, you want to explain the video coming up here?
Yeah, so it's just a traffic stop with the California Highway Patrol. We walked up with our new team members, Michael and Marcus. We took a different formation, one across the street, two at the stop, and we documented for we the people, man. You already know.
Oh, Chief.
Is it already
news? It's queued up down below in housekeeping, but we got breaking news. I just pulled up your court case here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share the screen, and I don't have your information up on it here, so let me pull it up real quick. It looks like there was an order granting something on January 6th. So I will have to file documents or file a request to get those documents and see what those documents are. So
it's
tune in
on behalf of who? The city? Or
it doesn't say. It just says order granting. It's all it says here. Let me see if I can zoom in here.
I mean, I can read it.
Yeah, order granting. That's all it really says. So yeah, we'll have to put in the records request and see what that is all about, folks. So, but let's go ahead and get into the housekeeping video.
Or 8-8. What's up, buddy? Good? Why they stop you? Your what?
Registration.
Registration? Okay. I got 200.
How you doing?
He pulled his flashlight out.
Pretty good. Nice that it's dry tonight.
Yeah, it's been dry tonight.
What are you guys filming?
We just document the police. We're documenting for your safety. You know, officers, they say a lot about officer safety. We don't hear too much about public safety, so we document for the people. Yeah. You know?
You guys just made a stick around downtown, or you guys go anywhere else?
Yeah, we don't really like to answer questions. You know, police, they take those questions and do a lot with them and stuff.
All right.
Can't really trust the question stuff, man. All right, so we got, like I said, highway patrol. Full forward. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're live here in downtown Sacramento. So why are you so far away? Why don't you come up more down there to record so you can get the vehicle more? There's no fee.
You have a YouTube?
Huh?
You have a YouTube?
Yep, Sacramento Community Watch. Yep. Hey, shout out to that brother right there. He subscribed to the channel as well. Mainly put them on it, not the people that they stop.
Gotcha.
Yep, that's the same. Back to blue until it happens to you. As you can see, that highway patrolman just walked past us. We gave him about 10 to 12 feet. You know, no problems, no issues, no crybaby, you know, no unlawful orders like Sotelo, you know, big difference, very big difference.
Well, and then as well, 148G kicks in too, which is part of their, the 148 statute is for interference, I believe, right? And then interference, subsection G specifically states recording a law enforcement officer is not interference.
Yep. Speaking of law enforcement, shout out to the sheriff's office. They're outside rolling their sirens. Sounds like 3 units.
I can barely hear it.
Yep, 3 units just went past. So, yeah, we can keep going. And excuse me, I'm on a live stream, so you hear me talking a little bit. That's the law that actually gives us law to record and document while they're in performance of their duties. Hey, you enforce, we document. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I was told they're able to do their job and not tell us they had a fee as far as this thing. They know that we're not ready to do the law, so they're not giving us any unlawful directives. They pretty much enforce this kind of stuff. That's how we remain with them as well.
We're all set to go, Disney? Just because you got a ticket, please.
Because we got a ticket for it.
Pretty good. Be careful moving back in the traffic. Got the signal?
Hey, officer, can I get you guys identified real quick for the people?
21564.
And your last name? He closed his door and they took off. Didn't repeat it. Nothing. They didn't want to identify. He just said his numbers like. Why couldn't you identify? And it's in their general order to identify to members of the public with that. Yeah, they just don't like to be recorded. They hate being recorded, man. It's so no. Bad. Hey, shout out to the team.
Yeah, so
Shout out to our team.
some good policing there. They wound up not interfering with you guys. So
Yeah, I'm trying to get Marcus on the line, see if he's going to join us on the live stream. So,
okay, yeah, not a problem. Let's see here. So on to the main event, folks. So we're going to go ahead and go to our feature presentation. Our first video is actually from a auditor. Let me pull up. Let me show the screen again here.
Moscow
Yeah.
Snow.
Yep. Show screen. Moscow Snow. Let's see here. Here's his page. I'm going to go ahead and click subscribe there, and we're going to go ahead and watch a video he posted recently. Cops false arrest citizens exercising constitutionally protected activities. So let's.
What's your name, sir?
What's your name?
Deputy Pendel. What's your name, sir?
I don't have to give you my name. Have I committed a crime?
There's nothing we can do for you.
Yeah, no, you can't ask me to leave. This is a public building. No, it's the law. Do you not uphold the law? I'm just curious. Do you uphold the law or not? Aren't you a law enforcement officer? Millwood, Washington. Let's go in and check this out.
Shell, what's up? Shell's lip your punches. Boom News, what's up? Thank you so much. Oh, Cameron Cops was in the chat too. I called him, he didn't answer. I don't know.
Yeah, as always, if auditors are out there watching us and you guys want to join us, just let us know in the chat, and we'll try to send you a link via the email.
Haas, what's
on your
up?
channel page.
What's up? What's up? Rito Haas says, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
So this is a First Amendment audit from Moscow Snow. I believe he's a new channel, but this is a pretty good video. Pretty good.
Hello.
Trying
Hi.
to put in the records request.
Can I do a public records request?
Records requests.
What kind of question?
I just had a public records request I wanted to submit.
Oh, no, we don't do that. You have to go to the main office at 12710 East Sprague.
Are you sure about that? I think that I can.
You're not allowed to do that.
That's for the Valley. The Valley
Not
Police Department for
allowed to do
1100 West
that? Is that what she said?
downtown.
Oh,
I can submit them any public office.
Sir, sorry we
It's-
can't help you with that.
Yeah, actually, you have to. It's.
What's your name, sir?
What's your name?
Deputy Pendel. What's your name, sir?
I don't have to give you my name. Have I committed a crime?
There's nothing we can do for you.
Yeah,
Just
there.
get a
Actually, no. You can't ask me to leave. This is a public building.
Street.
Isn't this a public office?
Why don't you show me code 5? I got a citizen in here that's not making much sense. Demanding
There's a
public
citizen in
records
here not
request
making
that
much
no
sense
one's
because
doing.
you don't know.
Do you know about the Public Records Act? Maybe
There's
not.
nothing we can do for you. You're scaring
I-
me a little bit with your inability to reason here. I've got volunteers here, so why don't we go outside and
You're scaring me because of your inability to reason. No, you're scared because you're a cop who doesn't understand what real authority is, and when your authority is challenged, now you're scared.
Now you
Just
feel
like any
threatened,
other-
yeah.
Just like any other cops, they claim that so they can get that qualified immunity, folks. That wonderful, glorious love.
we can have this conversation.
This is a public lobby, right?
Why do you come over here?
I'm not going to hurt anybody. I don't. I'm not. I mean, I don't have any weapons or anything. I'm just trying to document doing a public records request.
You gals want to step outside?
Yes.
You gals want to step outside because I'm going to get rough with this guy.
Look
Is
how
this
he's
not
acting.
am I not in a public office?
Look how he's acting though.
Public records request. I've told you where you can go to get those, and we haven't achieved communication. You're arguing with me about whether you can get them here. So
Have you
at this
read the
point-
Public Records Act?
At this point, sir, you're going to have to leave if we can't.
No, it's the law. Do you not uphold the law?
Determined that was a lie.
I'm just curious. Do you uphold the law or not? Aren't you a
Take
law
that.
enforcement officer?
Yeah.
You hear that? Look at the outside
Wow,
the
you
window.
really
on the-
called other
on the
people here
blinds
because of
on
me?
the video.
You came in our back door. You demanded
This
a
is-
records request, and I don't
And I
know
watched
who
you
you
walk
are
right by
or
here
what you
and
need.
eyeball us with your
I need to
talk to the manager.
Good. How are you doing?
This guy's in his right mind. We
What's
haven't
your?
communicated.
I'm.
He comes walking in the back door. Okay, so because you haven't locked the back door, properly secured it to where you need a buzz badge to get in, now all of a sudden you're concerned that a citizen comes walking in where you don't have any signs or anything that says that this is private, that this is restricted area. It sounds like somebody needs to go back to the academy and relearn the law. Again, folks, we need a federal minimum policing standard, and you see it happening across the country, and that's the reason why. We need to get these people trained up on the law so that way they know what a lawful order is in the first place.
I'm in my right mind. What's your name and badge number?
Where he can get the service.
Look at the gloves.
What's your?
Trespassing right now.
No, hold on a second. Wait, I need you to. Can you please identify yourself?
Leave or you're under arrest.
Yeah,
Will you please identify yourself?
Conversations being recorded on our end.
Okay, that's fine. I'm recording it too. Will you please identify yourselves? I will leave under threat of arrest. I will leave.
You need to
You're
leave
trespassing.
How am I trespassing?
You need to leave now.
This is a public lobby.
This is not a public lobby.
Okay. Listen.
arrest.
For what? This is not a public lobby.
This is not a public lobby. This is not accessible. I told you multiple times you're under arrest. You're trespassing.
Shelley's, your punches. Ignorance of the law cannot be an excuse for us, but it's definitely shouldn't be for law enforcement. You are correct. However, the way it goes is ignorance of the law is no excuse of the law, and then there's a big comma there. Unless you're a law enforcement officer, then it's qualified immunity.
Passing.
The front door is locked. You came in the back door, sir.
Listen,
if you
I
had
was
just
upstairs.
worked with me, we could have achieved communication.
So
was
why is the
upstairs.
front door locked?
So
Why
I
is it
watched you walk by the front
Go
door
for it.
about 10 minutes ago with your camera out, and you stared in here like you knew this was the front door.
I was upstairs. I talked to the ladies upstairs,
Sir, I
and
don't
then I
know what
walked
your
down.
game is or what you're trying to instigate here.
I'm not trying to
sorry that
instigate anything.
I'm
I was
sorry you
trying to
wouldn't
do a
listen to me when I told you where you could get that.
Of alcohol too.
Legally arrest me.
No, you're
Leaks of alcohol?
Oh, thank you.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, goodness.
That was absolutely disgraceful. They really didn't give him any time to leave either. You see how they pounced on him?
Oh yeah, that's how it works. You know, virtual watchman 7-fold 7777. Cops are trained to believe we are all criminals breaking the law in one way or another.
Absolutely.
Yep, exactly. It's everybody's a criminal, and the way that they operate is they don't operate usually like it's you're innocent until proven guilty. They want to operate as you're guilty until you can prove yourself innocent. It's the wrong way. And yeah, Boomer News 815, cops are above the law, as we all know. Yes, that's true.
Well, they act like it. They're not supposed to.
They get qualified opinion.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, folks, because of this video, we're going to play this. Power Rangers, man. Sad. Disgraceful. But yeah, go over to Moscow Snow's channel. Let him know we sent you. As you can see, he does awesome work. Standing up for our rights.
Thank you. I came across that particular short on Facebook, and this guy was doing Eric Cartman singing the Power Rangers theme song. I go, oh my god, that's so awesome! I sent it to Chief, and he was like busting up laughing when he got a hold of it.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Remove from. Okay, so yeah, that was Moscow Snow, folks. All the links, by the way, are down in the description, folks. To all of our member channels, all the content creators, the auditors that we're featuring tonight. All the links to the original videos and the descriptions are down below in our description, I should say. So the next person we're going to watch, this is a guy that I like to watch, like to subscribe to and watch as well. The civil rights lawyer. This guy
this is awesome. A good one. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and watch this one. Let's see. This one is called "Cops Walk into a Family's Home and Unalives Their Dog and Then Lies About It." Ugh. Let's watch.
Office, make yourself known. Door was open, lights were on. I knocked, no response.
A cop walks up to the front door of a family's home.
Hey, anybody home?
Nobody answers the door, so he just lets himself in.
Hey, anybody home? Sheriff's office?
And he begins to have a look around. About a minute later, shots ring out. He just shot the family dog. The husband was at work, the wife was out of town, their 4 children were at school. The only family member who was home was Zelda, the family's beloved Belgian Malinois, who was being a good girl, protecting her home from armed intruders.
That dog is a big dog and it came right at me, right around this corner.
Then the cop walks back outside. Does he call this family to tell them what had just happened? No. He calls more cops, and then basically an army of police officers arrives at this.
And look, folks, you know, again, my whole belief is that there should be a law where they're not allowed to mute their body cams, because at this point, every cop who's on the scene, their body cam should be on. Every one of them should be recording the cover-up and conspiracy of this guy illegally entering this person's home. You know, because this is where the cover-up comes. The guy goes in, unlawfully trespasses into that house, had no business being in there, had no reason being in there, and then they're all coming in now to figure out how we can cover this up and keep our qualified immunity.
Home in this quiet neighborhood, and they begin to circle the wagons. They then proceed to go all through this family's home, garage and backyard for a period of about 40 minutes, all without even notifying this family or obtaining their permission to do so. Oh, and also without a warrant. Not a warrant in sight.
You good? Yeah, I'm shaking up because... I'm in your car? Bro. It's in your car. You're good.
Surely they made this right with the family, right? They apologized, compensated them in some way, and surely they fired this officer and prosecuted him for illegally entering this home and killing this dog? Nope, they did not.
We've been sad. There's constant memories of her all through our house.
Tonight, a Wake County deputy is returning to work after shooting and killing a family's dog. We are hearing from the dog's owner after the sheriff's office concluded their investigation.
Tonight, the family is really disgusted. They are devastated and out.
They concluded the investigation and found no wrongdoing.
Yeah, they investigated themselves, and they always found no wrongdoing. He was trying to check on the welfare. He was providing a welfare check. Again, doesn't know his... he should never have entered it.
Outrage just to know that deputy will be returning to work here at the Wake County Sheriff's Office.
Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, where we don't just let the government investigate itself and gaslight the public. So here we started with the ending. The government has investigated itself, and this was the result.
The Wake County Sheriff's Office released this statement in part following a thorough review of the surrounding circumstances, and after notifying the family of this decision, we have determined that the deputy involved will remain employed. The Wake County Sheriff's Office remains committed to moving forward responsibly and in service to our community.
I noticed they said nothing about him being disciplined, or what his disciplinary action is. I bet you he goes right back out there and is right back in a patrol car and let loose on the community again. I bet you it doesn't become a desk donkey for a year and a half learning the law. You know, it's just so stupid.
And Zelda's family says they only wanted to see justice served.
I would love to know that there were consequences that he would have faced.
The family here obviously found this to be unacceptable, and they have provided me with all of the evidence in this case, and I'll show it to you, and you can form your own opinion. So let's go through it. This is Deputy Darris with the Wake County Sheriff's Office. On April 8th of 2025 at about 10:30 a.m., Deputy Darris arrived at the doorstep of the Briggs family in order to serve some civil process. That just means that it's some sort of paperwork pursuant to a civil proceeding in court. It's not criminal. It's not a warrant. It's nothing at all that entitles Deputy Darris to enter the Briggs home. Just like anyone else, just like a Girl Scout, he's walking up to the home and he's knocking on the door. That's how it starts.
Hey, anybody home?
He could have just knocked on the glass door.
He could have rang the doorbell if there was one.
Yeah, he had to open up the security door.
What house nowadays doesn't have a doorbell?
Yeah, he's already doing too much.
I got like 2 cams on my
Hello?
porch.
Sheriff's office. Anybody home?
Now I have his police report, and this is what he writes. Upon approaching the home's front door, I could see the inner wood door was open. It was open at approximately 30 to 45 degrees, and the interior of the home was very clearly visible. I pulled back on the storm door and called out for anyone inside the residence, requesting if anyone was home to make themselves known and identifying myself as a sheriff's deputy. I heard no response during this time, so nobody had called for help at this house. There was no call.
But why are you even entering the house?
At that point, he should have turned around and left and made an observation, let dispatch know that there's nobody there, and it could turn into something possibly, and somebody should go back and check later.
He could have taken that piece of paper up on the door and kept it pushing.
Right, yeah. I mean, there's no reason whatsoever for just because you are a police officer to enter somebody else's home. If you're doing that, you do not know the Constitution and you do not respect it. Plain and simple.
Yeah, because if a dog comes at you, of course that's their job to do so. You're opening up somebody's door, just walking in like you own the place. It's just ridiculous, dude. It just makes no sense.
Call for service. Deputy Darris had just decided that.
What'd you say?
I was going to say an officer's safety should not be taken into an account when the officer is clearly breaking constitutional law.
Yeah, that's breaking and entering, right? Or
at that point, it's breaking and entering, armed robbery at this point. You know, because you took away somebody's dog.
Yeah, and you had a weapon entering, so
never have been a.
He was going to go to the front door of that house that day to try to serve this paperwork that he was being paid to serve by some party to some sort of civil litigation. He was not supposed to go inside that house. But when he gets there, he says that the interior wood door was open. We can see that the exterior storm door was closed, but we can't directly see the interior door. However, I do have the footage of the father in this family, Paul, leaving the house earlier. Cannot see the door close. It sure sounds like that interior door is closing. So going back to Deputy Darris, he's standing there at the front door. He opens the storm door and not hearing any response at all at that point, what does Deputy Darris do? He pulls out his pistol. At that point, the family cat makes a run for it and darts inside the house.
Again, I hate to play it, but, you know, it's like...
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you didn't hear the Power Ranger?
He then radios dispatch that the home he's at has an open front door, but he doesn't need any backup from any other officers. No big deal, right?
Wait, 564, open door at my call. No need for any additional at this time, I'll advise.
Then he once again announces who he is. He hears no response.
Hey, anybody home?
So what does he do? He goes inside the house.
Sheriff's office.
Why are you going inside? What an idiot.
Office.
From the instant he walks in the door, you can hear the dog barking, right? You hear that.
Sheriff's office.
But that deputy would later tell his supervisor at the scene, which was also captured on this home's cameras, that when he entered the house, he did not hear the dog barking.
Did you hear the dog at all when you came in? Did you hear it?
I did not.
You didn't bark?
Completely quiet. No barking.
Okay.
Now, when I got to the hallway, that's what made me notice him, was he did then bark. And so I started to back out, and that's when
he just came at you.
However, we know that
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
that is false based on video evidence.
Sheriff's office.
I can't believe that bozo walked
And
in
actually,
there like
we
that.
hear the dog barking pretty much the entire time that the deputy can be heard walking through the house, searching the house. The whole time we hear the dog barking until all of a sudden shots ring out.
Oh my God. I mean, I hear him yelling sheriff's office and you can't hear see where the cover up comes from, folks. This guy needs to be, he lied on a police report that he could not hear the dog. He lied to fellow police officers. He's obstructing justice at this point. You know, oh my goodness. No, yeah, Hogs 14. He just wanted to unalive something. Yeah, he wanted to use his gun, his pew pew.
Did you hear the dog at all when you came in? Did you hear it?
I did not.
You didn't bark?
I did not.
Okay.
No barking.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Then after the shots are fired, and this is pretty bizarre, there's just basically silence.
Perseverance, yes, the poor dog
For somewhat
chilling
of an extended
inside your own
period of
home.
time, nothing. It's just silence and silence and silence. And then out of nowhere, the deputy announces, for some reason, sheriff's department.
And they wonder why we record the police. Like we can just
Yeah, Hogg states just straight up lies and tells you about the whole department as a whole. The fact that he still has a job.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's already fired multiple rounds inside this home.
Sheriff's office, anyone home?
Oh my God.
And thankfully, nobody was home, but he was not done yet.
He's still screaming sheriff office. Anybody in the house would have heard that.
So at this
Well,
point,
especially after the fire, after the pew pew goes off.
Exactly. Idiot.
Oh, look how he casually puts his gun back into his holster as he leaves.
He holsters his gun, but not for long. He walks around.
What he just said as he left, it sums up his entire career at this point. You know, he knows his career is over. It should be over. The fact that it isn't over, or hopefully we have a better resolution by the end of this video, folks.
Into the backyard and basically searches the backyard and then the garage again at gunpoint. Thankfully, there were no more dogs for him to shoot. He then reappears back out the front door of the home, announcing to dispatch that all is clear, that the house is secure, and we can hear sirens and because they hear that there's this inside this house. So every
Yeah, they never said shots fired. He never called out shots fired over the radio.
Looks like the home is secure. The lights are on.
As a bunch of other police officers arrive at the scene, Deputy Darris then walks them back up to the front door of the house, and he's telling them what had happened. And then, as you'll see, all of these officers, along with the same one who just shot the dog, they all then go into this family's home.
Did you hear me? It's skipping a whole lot.
It might be your connection, because I think I seen your video do a little loop there for half a moment.
Oh, okay.
You see, that dog is a big dog, and it came right at me, right around the
It was a big dog, and he came right at me, and he was barking in the house the entire time. I was afraid for my
Sheriff's
life.
office.
Sheriff's office, sheriff's office. Well, yeah, now the real sheriff can come in because there was a crime. This guy committed a crime in this home. Arrest that deputy.
Walking around in somebody else's house.
Sheriff's office, make yourself known!
They're so stupid.
Check that back area as well. Sheriff's office, make yourself known!
Oh my God, they're so stupid. So dumb.
There's a couple of cats. I tried to keep the door shut so they won't get out.
Oh, I'm glad he didn't unalive the cats. Oh my gosh, those cats have claws. They were coming right at me. Oh
One
my gosh.
One had green eyes.
Why'd you come in the first place? Was the door open?
Door was open, lights were on. I knocked, no response.
So the fact that he's lied on the police report stating that he did not hear the dog bark, and you can hear the dog barking from outside the home.
15 to 20
And you
times
can-
I heard him.
And you can hear him yelling out, "Sheriff's office, come out, sheriff's office, come out." The fact that you can hear that from outside the home makes everything that he said about that door being open a lie, in my opinion. Everything credible about him, everything up until the other sheriffs got there, anything that he says has been a lie, just to cover his rear end and get into that qualified immunity and have his boys in blue back him. And that's apparently what's happened, because he's last reported that on here he was still working for him.
And the door wasn't just like propped, it was open.
That's a lie.
Like probably about 45, maybe a little bit less.
Right there. Right there. It's dead.
By the way, I just want to point out as they walk through the laundry room of this house, just to illustrate the absurdity of the claim that these officers thought that this home had been burglarized. Apparently, the burglar who had burglarized this house had decided to do this family's laundry while he was in there, despite the vicious dog. That's right, you can actually hear the laundry machines going. So basically, the inside of this house looks like any home in suburbia with kids and at least one parent who actually does laundry.
Yeah, I'm good.
And then the cops have this sort of group meeting on the front porch, and you can see in their eyes and in their voices, they all know that this was not a good shoot, that this guy should not have been in the house to have a confrontation with this dog. And so you can almost see them formulating a plan to cover their own asses, literally right there on the spot. For instance, one of the cops says, yeah, the inside of the house does look kind of disheveled. I mean, go back and look at the footage of them walking through the house on their own body cams. For a house with 4 kids, that house is not disheveled. And even if it were disheveled, it looks absolutely nothing like the scene of a home invasion that is actively occurring so that the cops have to race in, guns drawn.
Sevenfold 7777 says, thank goodness there was none of their kids were home. I'm afraid to say a little toddler running around the corner would have suffered the same fate. I agree with you there. It's just, yeah.
In there, despite the vicious dog. That's right, you can actually hear the laundry machines going. So basically, the inside of this house looks like any home in suburbia with kids and at least one parent who actually does laundry. And then the cops have this sort of group meeting on the front porch, and you can see in their eyes and in their voices, they all know that this was not a good shoot, that this guy should not have been in the house to have a confrontation with this dog. And so you can almost see them formulating a plan to cover their own asses, literally right there on the spot. For instance, one of the cops says, yeah, the inside of the house does look kind of disheveled. I mean, go back and look at the footage of them walking through the house on their own body cams. For a house with 4 kids, that house is not disheveled. And even if it were disheveled, it looks absolutely nothing like the scene of a home invasion that is actively occurring so that the cops have to race in, guns drawn. Absolutely laughable, and they know it.
Yeah, I don't think he broke skin, but he got me a little bit there. You're gonna bruise tomorrow. Yeah, I was like,
It didn't break skin, so you're not gonna get any shots or any of that shit.
he came at me so fucking quick though. That's why I was like, in hindsight, I don't know if it was a break. I haven't even been able to look.
The house was just kind of disheveled.
That's how it was. The doors open. That was me, but some of them were open.
The doors opened. It was me.
We cleared it now.
No, I haven't touched the lights.
Did you check that back shed yet?
Yeah, we can go take a look real quick, but
it looks like 2 different agencies there. It looks like PD is there.
So now they all go into the backyard to search the backyard and to search the garage at gunpoint. And what has not happened here? Who is not there on the porch? Who are they not communicating with? The homeowners of the house. The deputy who was the shooter obviously knew who lived at the house. He was there to serve them with paperwork. The husband is at work. The wife's not there. The kids are at school. Why aren't they communicating with them before they go into that house, before they go into the backyard, before they go into the garage, pointing their guns at whatever is there? Okay, well, maybe this is a crime scene. Okay, what was the crime and who committed it? Oh, but they're not done yet. After they get done milling around in the backyard of this home with their firearms, even more cops now head into this family's home, with them completely absent, no communication, just traipsing around the place like they own it, searching the home. And then after they are inside this family's home for about 10 minutes doing God knows what, while at least some of them have body cams turned off from what I can tell. I haven't seen any body cam footage of what they were doing inside that home during this approximate 10-minute period. Then a guy who appears to be a supervisor shows up. This was caught on surveillance cam, not body cam. The supervisor shows up and he asks the shooter what happened. And now yet again, the shooter gives his explanation for what happened. And as I already showed you before, includes at least one lie about allegedly not hearing the dog bark, when we know that he did.
All right, so tell me what happened, buddy.
I got you. So I came up for a civil process, initially knocked on the door. It was already propped a bit, the inner door. And
This is front door or side?
Yeah,
front door.
Yep.
Okay.
And when I called out, nobody answered. Called out again, nobody answered. So I jumped on the radio, let them know I had an open door at my call, and there was some cats in there. So as soon as I came in, I shut the door behind me, the glass one, not the
main door.
Not the main door. Called out. As I kept going through the house, I saw lights. None of the lights have been touched. They've all been either left on or how they were when I got here. There were some doors that were already open, some of them were not. So initially I'm thinking stuff was kind of in weird areas. Uncapped, it kind of made me think a break-in. When I was coming through this laundry room, I got to hear, and the dog was just on the other side of the island, and I started to back out. He came right at me. I put my leg out like this. That's when he bit me, and I had to avoid.
Okay. Not being around the shut.
As many as it was to stop the threat.
Okay.
But after
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I confirmed
Very
that,
much so.
I immediately jumped on the radio, let them know, and then called for EMS. I didn't check at that time, so I didn't know how bad it was. Continued to clear the house. Once I had cleared out here, I was listening to the radio heading back. I spoke to a woman who I guess lives in the area over here. I didn't get her contact info. I asked if she knew who the owners were, if they were nearby. Same name. And she said she did not know how long they'd been gone, who they were. She lives over there. So as soon as I set the paper down, I came back over here to clear this shed. After I cleared that shed, I came back out, and then I came to the front and waited for everybody else to show up.
Only if he knew that that camera was right there.
What really needs to happen, and what should have happened at the scene, is they all knew that this guy committed a crime. So what they should have said was, look, guy, you need to give me your badge. You need to give me your gun. We're taking you to IA. We need to have IA get started on that. Because at this point, I believe that there's a crime. And you committed it. Until they start arresting their own, I mean, you don't have to actually have him arrested, but, get his gun off, get his badge off, get him back to the department, get him behind a desk, and get him in front of IA. It's enough of an arrest. Have them sit down in front of IA. But until they start arresting their own for when they start committing obvious crimes like this, folks, the culture of policing is never going to change. And more things like this are going to happen. And we're going to have more cameras to protect ourselves and have our cameras record constantly in our homes, just so that way we can, make sure that we can hold these people accountable for when they bust in at a moment's notice.
Yeah, and thank God they were recording, or thank God they had cameras at their house to be able to document this, which is why we tell people all the time it's important to document the police.
And then by the time you add AI on top of it, you got not only government tracking, you also have a big network and big software tracking you too.
Oh, inside the house, not alone. Okay, all right.
In that short hall.
Okay. And
okay.
Did you hear the dog at all when you went?
Many call of a tyrant. Okay.
I did not.
You didn't bark?
I did not.
No barking. Now, when I got to the hallway, that's what made me notice him. Was he did then bark. So I started to back out, and that's when he came out.
He just came at you.
So, okay, folks, we know he's lied to this supervisor or whoever this guy is. We know he's lied on his police report. You know, at this point, he needs to be put on a Brady list at the bare minimum because everything he turned in was a lie. You know, I don't believe him that the door was open. No, he's using that as a way to get into that qualified immunity because he knew he shouldn't have been in there in the first place. So he's saying that the door was open already, so that way he can pierce that qualified immunity because, there was imminent danger. There could have been, there was exigent circumstances. I needed to enter the home because I thought it was being burglarized. Well, okay, people, it looks like it's a nice summer day. People could leave their door open and their, storm door closed just so that way they can get a fresh breeze or sunlight coming in. Just because you come knocking at the door doesn't mean that they have to come out of the shower to come greet you. There's no reason for you to be inside that home. Luckily, there was only the dog home and that poor doggy. Oh my goodness, such a good girl.
The law here is pretty simple. Without valid consent or exigent circumstances, a police officer may not cross the threshold of a residence without a warrant. Here, the officer was at the front door to serve civil service paperwork that did not authorize him to enter the home. He had no warrant to enter the home. He did not have consent as nobody answered the door. And as far as he knew, nobody was home. The only possible justification for his entry is the existence of exigent circumstances. And that would be a belief that there is some emergency occurring inside. And here, the story that they came up with is that the officer believed that there had been a home invasion or a home invasion in progress. And pretty much the only evidence they're putting forward for this is the allegation that the door was at least slightly open. Not the actual outside door, but the door within that. The video evidence, unfortunately, doesn't show us conclusively whether or not that is true. Now, had the officer who was the shooter been wearing a body cam, we would know for a fact whether or not that was accurate. But for some reason, he was not wearing a body cam.
Again, every officer needs to wear a body cam. And in my opinion only, folks, and the chief may agree with me on this, again, is it needs to be streaming to the internet. And the only time that button works is to basically cut the feed to the internet. But it still records everything. There should be no reason why a police officer should mute their body cams. Everything needs to be recorded because, in my opinion, I don't know if we can't say it should be law, but that's destruction of evidence. When police officer mutes their body cam, that's destruction of evidence because that could be evidence that they are committing a crime of conspiracy and deprivation of rights.
Yeah, and how many times have we seen that over and over and over again?
And again, the only redactions need to be made by the records department. The records department needs to make those redactions. It should not be the officer muting their body cam because they want to conspire.
So that evidence does not exist. Other than the allegation that the door was slightly open, I don't see any other evidence
on cops, welcome
that would
in.
cause a reasonable belief that there was some emergency occurring inside the house. It can't be the case that anytime we have our storm door closed on our homes and the inside door open or slightly open, that the government can just walk on in to our house, firearms drawn, and do whatever they want, including shoot our dog. Absolutely not. There would have to be additional facts, such as a call for service. Somebody had reported something. The sound of screaming, somebody calling for help, something like that. None of that exists here. The alleged justification doesn't even pass the laugh test. It's completely absurd. And the more absurd thing is that, okay, even after that happened, did they do the right thing? No. Did they notify the homeowners and get consent to remain on the property, to go inside the house, to search it, to do whatever they were doing? No, they didn't do that. Instead, for 40 plus minutes, they excluded the homeowners and they treated this property as if it were their own. They completely spat on the Fourth Amendment rights, on the property rights of these homeowners. They illegally searched this house and entered this house multiple times with no justification. With 40 plus minutes, they had plenty of time, even if they didn't want to contact the homeowners for some reason, to get a warrant to enter. They did not do so. They completely disregarded constitutional rights here. And they didn't release their internal investigation, but they did release the results, which were that they allowed this deputy to come back to work. This is just despicable, but I'm just showing you the evidence here. You can form your own conclusion. And please let me know in a comment what that conclusion is. If I hear anything else, I'll let you know. And you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.
Exactly, folks. Freedom is scary. You have to fight for it. And people fight for it in different ways. Our military men and women, our servicemen and women who join the military fight for our freedoms. Our law enforcement officers should be protecting our freedoms locally. And our government officials should be making sure our freedoms are enshrined in law. And none of them should be thinking that they are above the law, and none of them should be thinking that they are above the people that they serve. They are civil servants first, folks. Okay, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next featured video. This one is from John Lang. Let me go ahead and get him up on the screen here, folks. You can check him out at his channel. Links again are in the description, folks, to all the content. All of our content creators in the Sacramento Community Watch Network are also linked in there as well. As well, folks, we do love to shout out people who leave super tips and super chats, super stickers. Let us know what you think by joining in on the chats over on the right-hand side. And if you're watching and you love what we do, make sure to send us a super thanks after the video, a live stream.
Oh, yeah, do that. Appreciate that.
If you want to put most bang to the buck, if you go down into our description and want to make sure that we get the money and use it wisely and not have YouTube take 30%, there are links to our Cash Apps down in the links in the descriptions below as well, folks. And if you have a banger of a video you want us to watch, there's also a link in the description to a Google form that you guys can send us videos so we can present you banger content like we do every day. We try to every week. So with that being said, folks, let's watch John Lang.
Back in 2007, the Idaho Police Officer Standards and Training Academy, which is the only training academy campus in the entire state, got exposed for having a graduation slogan that read, "Don't suffer from PTSD, go out and cause it." They immediately
go out and cause it? What the heck?
retracted it once it was exposed and said that it was simply taken out of context. But apparently that message still reverberates among the ranks of Idaho law enforcement. This is Officer Scott Davis, and today I'm going to share with you why I think he's kind of a giant piece of shit. Officer Davis got his law enforcement certification back in December of 2020, and he was hired onto the Bonners Ferry Police Department in Bonners Ferry, Idaho shortly after. Bonners Ferry is a small town with a population of just under 3,000 people that is nestled along the Canadian border on the northernmost tip of Idaho in Boundary County. The police department is so small that it only has about 6 or 7 officers on the staff at any given time, and that's including the chief of police. So Officer Davis's career with the Bonners Ferry Police Department got off to a relatively quiet start, but it took less than a year from the date that he was certified to be an officer before he started showing signs of being a complete lunatic. On November 28, 2021, a Bonners Ferry resident named Patricia Small was stopped by Officer Davis for allegedly speeding along Highway 95 just outside the city.
Hello. Hello. I'm Officer Davis from Bonners Ferry Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is you're speeding.
I was going 45, sir. I had my
I believe you were going 45. Actually, I had you at 54 and a 35.
It says 45 on the plate.
Nope, you passed about 2 or 3.
Are you just pulling over because I
can go ahead and just drop the attitude.
You could drop the attitude. That's really rude.
Okay, that's great. Just go ahead and give me your driver's license.
Yeah, great. Thank
Yep, and I'll just scratch your ticket and you can get out of here.
you. Great. I would appreciate it. I'm a local, so you should probably not be so rude to because
That's great.
California plates. I know, that's great.
If you're local, I thought maybe you'd know the speed limit sign.
I do know the speed limit sign, and I was on the speed limit, sir. This has an extension on it, so the paper copy is somewhere.
But you don't have it on you.
I do have it on me somewhere.
Okay. I'll take your registration and your
My registration is
vehicle.
also in the back.
Are you going to keep interrupting me?
You want it?
I'm trying to do my job.
You want
right
me to turn
now.
on my video camera?
The absolute worst. He's not trying to do his job. His job, again, is a public servant first, and a police officer second. And sevenfold, yeah, we do believe that as well. And while we're here, just popped into our studio here. We got Cams on Cops. Welcome in.
What's up, bro? Y'all?
How's it going? Glad you can come and join us tonight.
Doing good.
We're doing good. Okay, let's continue.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For sure.
I honor that.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so would my lawyer.
Great. Okay, terrific.
Yeah.
That's terrific. That's cool because I'm already recording all this. So.
Cool.
You already
so
did.
am I.
That's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, officer, yours doesn't get put behind 6 months of administrative red tape, heavy redactions, and other miscellaneous BS that you guys do, like hitting the mute button on, like we discussed earlier. Yours is worthless. Ours is better.
I do need your vehicle registration.
Cool. You
and
want to
your
dig in
proof of
my
insurance.
trunk? Go
If you
ahead
don't
and
give
run it.
Okay.
Go ahead and run it.
Okay.
Thank you. It's a business.
Go ahead and hop out the car.
You can't hop me out of the car.
Here we go. Because she's being mouthy, he's getting mad, and then rather than pulling her out of the vehicle because of officer safety, like Pennsylvania MIMS allows, he's now pulling her out of the car because of bruised ego. How ridiculous.
From my screen. Hey, what's up, you guys?
Hey, what's up?
Much just chilling, kind of sick a little bit. Got a bit of a headache, but doing all right. Yeah.
Hope you feel better, man.
I should by Monday. I'll be good.
He give him one of these.
Yes, get out of the car.
Right. You can't make me get out of the car.
Nope. If you're gonna be like this,
you can't make me get out of the car.
I can.
will call another.
Okay, guys. Again, we're not lawyers. We do not play run on YouTube either, but we like to let people know a few things here when we do know it. Like we said, Pennsylvania versus MIMS gives the officer the right to pull her out of the vehicle. It really does. However, it's the narrow rule is it's for officer safety. So you can't. Oh.
You got a TV
What's
going
on? Oh yeah, Cam Cobbs, you got the TV going?
Yeah, you turn down a little bit.
It's super loud. It's like somebody in the live stream with us.
It's the last time I paid for sex.
Officer, now
Okay.
you will not make me get out of the car with my children in the car or pulling me over for speeding because you don't like my attitude.
No,
sir.
I'm gonna pull you over. Or I'm gonna pull you out of the vehicle because I do not want to have this conversation in front of your children.
I don't care.
No, so
My
get out of the car.
children are here.
Oh.
Get out of the
You
car.
can't touch.
He just admitted that he was pulling her out of the car because he doesn't want to have this conversation in front of her children. That's not what Pennsylvania MIMS says.
Touch my car.
No, not.
You cannot touch my car.
Okay, that's cool.
Call the cops.
Ma'am, I am a
Yeah,
police
I'm
officer.
gonna call myself.
Sure. So can I get another unit?
You
Can I get another unit?
open my car because you see California plates. Excuse me, sir. I'm calling 911. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am calling 911. 911's being called.
Do not.
I'm calling 911
No, you're
right
gonna
now.
get out of the vehicle.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
calling 911. Hi, could you please send me an officer?
No,
I'm on the side of the freeway, and the officer's trying to open my door and come in my car with my children. Please have
Ma'am?
someone come here right now.
Yeah.
You're on the side of the freeway. On the side of the overpass coming up to Bonner's Ferry.
Another vehicle here.
He's pulled me over because he says I was speeding. I was not, and he's refusing and trying to get me out of my vehicle with my minor children in my car, and I'm a woman.
Ma'am, do not roll the window.
Do not touch my car, sir. Do not touch my car,
You're
sir.
going to be removed from the vehicle.
You're on 911.
You're going to be removed
You're
from the
gonna
vehicle.
be fucking rude. You're going to
be removed from the vehicle.
You're going to be
removed from the vehicle.
Yeah, you don't. That's you get out of the vehicle, folks.
Roll that window up.
He just broke my window. Somebody bring a cop here now. Now.
Open the door.
No. Now.
My sergeant's on his way.
Cool. And you just broke my fucking window.
My sergeant's on his way.
You're going to be arrested,
You're gonna
sir.
You're
going to be arrested.
You don't argue with a cop like this,
No,
folks.
I'm calling Rex right now. You're fucking dead. You're
I'm
gonna
dead?
be you're gonna be arrested.
Oh no, you don't tell an officer that.
Is that your son over there?
It's my daughter.
Your daughter. Miss,
Do not even talk
is there
to her.
any weapons inside the vehicle?
What?
To the best of your knowledge.
Weapons? No.
Is there any reason why your mother's acting like this?
Are you out of your mind?
Do you know there's any weapons in the vehicle at all?
Are you kidding me?
No knives or handguns.
You're in serious trouble. Hey, a cop just broke my
chose
windshield
that.
trying
You
to
chose
get
that.
into my vehicle, and now
No,
he's
I
trying to
think
risk
the
me, and
officer
he's
chose
ripping my vehicle. He's ripping off a fucking cop, Andre.
So after Officer Davis rips Patricia's window out of her car with his bare hands like a complete maniac, and then asks
Violating
her
Pennsylvania
children
norms.
ridiculous questions about drugs and weapons, Sergeant Willie Cowell arrives on the scene. Now remember him because he will be important later. And he basically tells Officer Davis to chill out and let Patricia go.
We've gotten an infraction violation.
Sure.
We go use of force, we're gonna end up with a felony.
Yeah.
And we don't need that. So let's just write a couple citations, get it down the road.
Okay. And that okay. All right. I want her vehicle information. She doesn't give it to me yet.
Get it from dispatch.
Okay.
So Patricia was issued citations and she was allowed to leave the scene without any further incident. And I guess she had to drive home in the cold with her window missing. The charges against Patricia were eventually dropped, and according to the Bonners Ferry Herald, Patricia filed a tort claim against the city that amounted to over $16,000. Unfortunately, since the insurance company who actually handled this claim is not subject to public records requests, we don't know exactly how that unfolded. But Brian Zimmerman, who was the Bonners Ferry police chief at the time, told the Herald that it was all old news and that the whole shattered window incident had been addressed years ago when it actually happened. Now, I'm not saying that Patricia was a saint or anything during this encounter, but nothing she did justified ripping her window out in front of her children and then interrogating those children about whether or not they have drugs or guns in the car. But this is just the beginning of a disturbing pattern, ladies and gentlemen, and that pattern becomes more apparent as time goes on. Let's jump to December 8th, 2022, when another Bonners Ferry resident named Tia Hawks was involved in a domestic dispute with her husband. In the spirit of transparency, there are allegations on both sides about how exactly this interaction came to be, but the details of the dispute itself are not really that important for understanding what I'm trying to show you here. It was Officer Davis who responded to the scene of this dispute, and he was accompanied by Officer Brandon Johnson. They briefly spoke to Tia's husband and then approached the door of the home that is owned by both Tia and her husband.
Police department, open up, Tia.
When she wouldn't answer the door, her husband allowed the officers to enter their home through the garage and confront Tia.
Okay, we're gonna go outside and you're gonna hand your daughter to your husband.
Put her in her crib.
No.
I have to.
Tia, don't do this in front of your daughter.
I just.
You're gonna traumatize her.
She's already traumatized.
What you're doing right now is not right.
She's already traumatized. I went through this. You already traumatized her when you picked my sleeve and counted to 1. You already traumatized her.
You're getting another charge.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You're getting another charge.
Insane.
If you're not gonna be
Contempt of
cooperative, you've
cop.
been pretty patient.
Contempt of uncooperative. Contempt of cop.
Please, we do not have to go down this route. Please, it doesn't have to go this way. That's her father out there.
Okay.
No. Tia, no.
Cares on ice cubes.
Don't do
He
that.
doesn't know.
Hey, would you go outside, please, for a bit? Or anywhere else inside the house?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know.
Tia, don't. Don't. You're under arrest, okay? Don't.
Why? Why? Why?
Stop. Stop.
I need to know why I'm under arrest in my home. I didn't
Knock it off. Stop resisting, Tia. Stop.
Hey, shout out to Sevenfold777 for the super chat. Corporate traffic law has nothing to do with public safety. Cops are putting innocent lives at risk, pulling vehicles over on busy roadways.
Hey, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tia, stop. Don't pull your arm away.
Hey, no,
don't
stop.
do this. Don't do this, Tia. Gosh.
When they start talking like that, you know whatever they did to them physically to hurt them, they did it intentionally. Don't do it.
You made us do it. Why did you resist? Why are you pulling away?
Yeah, she said that they broke their wrist. That's what it sounded like. She said, "You broke my wrist."
Well, you did it too. You were being uncooperative, so therefore we had to break your wrist.
Yeah.
I bet you get a big lawsuit from that too.
Oh, I bet you she would. and folks, like I said before, you know what it starts to end a career for a police officer? $409 if you're doing it pro se. That's what it starts. You file the federal paperwork. $409. And if more people filed pro se lawsuits and tried to get them pushed through the courts, I think we would have on officers like this. I think we would have a better time revoking qualified immunity eventually. But find yourself a good lawyer, like the civil rights lawyer.
Be like this. You all right?
Listen, you okay?
I just wanted to know why I was under arrest and you broke my face.
Well, you didn't give us time to explain that.
No, because you didn't want to provide the time to explain it.
Roll your button.
Now, it's difficult to see exactly what happened in this footage, but what we know for sure is that Tia was slammed face first onto the ground by two full-grown men. Now, you'll hear the officers later try to claim that Tia was lunging for a knife, but you can clearly see in this video that the altercation doesn't actually start until both officers already have their hands on Tia. Now, once the officers finally have Tia restrained and in handcuffs, they lead her back out through the garage that they came in, and that is when Officer Davis does this.
Sit down.
No, you can't.
Sit down. Stop fighting.
So again, folks, under arrest means under their care. They're supposed to take care. Their well-being is now their responsibility. Throwing them around like that is absolutely unacceptable. I don't care who you are. If you punch, kick, or slam somebody down who has their hands behind their back like that, it's just inhumane. It's not right.
Right there too.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's a camera.
Sit.
Right there.
Good.
You're in trouble.
Well, I got a camera watching this whole thing, so.
Good. Because you freaking look at my chin.
So now the officers call for medical attention after bashing Tia.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said a sergeant will see all those videos that he recorded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know what happens? What?
They investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing.
I was just about ready to say that.
But you know what? Did you hear what she said? She said there's a camera right there. When he slammed her on the steps, she said there's a camera right there too. So she knew he did it intentionally. And she
That's right.
let him
He
know.
did.
Yep, you dummy. There's a camera right there, recorded everything.
Well, and then they know they're not going to get in trouble for it. They just absolutely know. So they don't care whether or not you're recording them or not, because they got that blue line BS going on.
Tia's face on the ground multiple times, and once the ambulance arrives, the officers have an opportunity to start forming their narrative around what happened.
She's strong. Did you see her reach for that knife?
No.
That's why I grabbed her and told you to put her on the ground.
I could barely hold her arm. She's crazy strength.
Oh, man.
like she's off medication or something strange.
So that cat.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Come on, really, folks?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
There was a dishwasher had steak knives in it, and she reached for that and for that drawer right there, and there was knives on the counter.
Gosh, I should have known better. I've been here before, and she was nice.
Now, you'd think that if an officer saw a threat during an interaction that he would announce that threat so that all of the other officers involved would be aware of it as well. But no one mentions a knife until after Tia is arrested and placed into an ambulance. Isn't that convenient? But Officer Davis was sure to include this detail on his official report about the incident. Now, here's where the really fucked up part of this particular encounter actually happens. Idaho State Trooper Mike Martinez approaches Officer Davis with a plan to save the city of Barners Ferry some cash.
She seems okay, but they're like, we don't know if she has a brain bleed or not, just from getting hit. So she's going to go to the hospital.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
So I would imagine when
if you put her in custody, you're going to get those, city's getting those medical bills.
Yeah. She's in custody.
Well, you can
really
get out of custody.
I can?
Yeah, and then file charges later.
Where's she going to go tonight, though?
The hospital.
So she'll be there all night?
Well, I can't promise all night.
Poor guy.
I know.
I feel horrible for him. So
what you could do is as soon as she gets released, go hook her. Do you have misdemeanor or felony?
It's going to be felony. Because she has got injuries. They're not super severe, but it is traumatic enough to where
Oh my goodness. If I was a judge hearing this BS, the cop would be right in front of me and I would be, okay, you're going to go stand over here in prosecution. And Miss DA, you're going to have to prosecute this officer.
she's got a good enough on her eye. Yeah.
So I would run it by your admin, your supervisor, probably being Willie. But I'm sure the city doesn't want those medical bills because she's going to the emergency room. So
yeah, sure. Is her jaw broken?
No, but they were worried about a possible brain bleed. I mean, it's worst case scenario.
Okay. Let me call Marty real quick since he dealt with her this morning. Okay. Let me call him real quick and then I'll...
Because like I said, you can take her out of custody now and then go hook her after she gets released.
Just have them...
And that way she's medically...
I could literally sit out there and type my report and then wait until she walks out.
Absolutely. So I call your admin.
Okay.
It's just so stupid.
That's exactly what they did. Officer Davis released Tia from custody while she was in the hospital and then waited outside the hospital along with Trooper Martinez so that the trooper could...
So they could traumatize her yet again.
And arrest
oh my gosh.
Rearrest Tia once she left the hospital and
people still wonder why we record the police.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
You good, bro?
city wouldn't be responsible for her medical bills. Not only is this incredibly insidious and dishonest,
unethical,
but from what I've gathered from my research, I don't believe that arresting or unarresting Tia at any point would have actually shifted the legal liability of paying her medical bills away from the city. Now, the Constitution...
Yeah, it would just temporarily move the burden over to her, and she's going to tell her insurance agency the cops did all this. The cops are going to go after the city's insurance company.
Yep.
The city's still going to get hit with this bill. And the fact that they're playing games like this is only going to piss off a judge.
Really only obligates officers and government officials to
and it makes us realize, the people, the public people, this is the type of shenanigans that go on with law enforcement, you know,
across the country almost any day.
And they wonder why we can't trust them. Because they do shady, shiesty shit like this.
And that's the reason why me and Chief here are saying there needs to be a federal minimum level of policing. And part of that policing or federal minimum is knowledge of the law. Because this whole qualified immunity, because it did not exactly happen exactly the same way twice, needs to go away.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing is we got the ID law, which is Nevada versus, I forget what it is, Hibble versus Nevada. Hibble versus Nevada says you can only ID somebody if they're being detained, and yet cops will sit here and put a failure to ID arrest on somebody because they didn't ID right when they were told to do so.
Yep.
Because they didn't have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. But just because you were suspicious, they had the right to ID you. No, they don't. So, I mean, again, federal minimum standards, folks. And
a lot of these cops out here, every time me, Chief, and Michael go out and do cop watch, some of these cops out there, they don't even give their badge number, name and last name and their badge number. They don't even do it.
Yeah, because they don't follow their policy. They don't follow their own general orders. They rather violate the right to the people than to, look up their own freaking general orders and follow them. Sad.
I just tell people, I tell the officer whenever I do it, is like, look, you could give me your name and badge number, or you can make it difficult for me. And if you make it difficult for me, I'm going to plaster more information about you across the internet that you're going to care to see. And it all comes from your public records. So either you give me your name and badge number and we're all cool, or I go pull the records from the stop, get your information, file another records request, and plaster all your information, your salary, and your training history all over the internet.
Yeah.
So which is it going to be, officer? Yeah, make it fun for me. Make me do some extra work. I'm busy enough as it is.
Provide medical care, not necessarily pay for it. But that wouldn't stop Tia from getting an attorney and filing a claim for the cost of her medical expenses. But in order to be able to do that, she would have to, first of all, find an attorney that would be willing to work on a contingency and who would be willing to take her case, or just be able to afford an attorney that you pay for up front. So what I think the trooper is really trying to say here is that they wouldn't be obligated to pay for the cost of the injury that they caused unless Tia is competent enough and capable of finding an attorney. It looks to me like they're preying on the fact that most people don't understand the intricacies of.
And here's the thing, folks, is you can go and tell your insurance agency, the one who you have to turn over and have them pay these medical bills for you, and say, the cops did this. The cops caused this injury to me. And that insurance company will has a myriad of lawyers who would be willing to go after those cops and get those bills paid. Because they don't want to pay them. Not when they can get the police to pay them.
The judicial system, or where to even start with finding an
attorney. That is, if you have health
insurance.
Whichever
way you view this, it was clearly an attempt to avoid having to pay for Tia's medical expenses that came as a result of an injury they caused. And that's next level accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, from what I've been told by a source, the city ended up paying for Tia's medical expenses anyway, so that stupid plan of theirs didn't even work. Now, I should have been fired over with the fact that I wasn't able to confirm that with 100% certainty, but I trust the source that I got that information from, so you can take that however you want. Now, let's rewind a bit to earlier in that year, on April 22nd, 2022 to be exact. This is when Officer Davis conducted a traffic stop on yet another Barners Ferry resident named Ian Mason. And this is the interaction where Officer Davis's true colors really shine.
Hello.
Hello.
You mind rolling down your window?
No, I can hear you.
Okay. You mind opening up your door?
Nope.
Okay. Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous.
Okay. I'm Officer Davis from Barners Ferry Police Department, sir.
I know.
You gonna let me finish? Explain to you why you didn't come to police stop at that stop sign?
What stop sign? The one that I stopped at? I stopped at it. And
okay, driver's license, registration, and insurance.
I stopped that stop sign. I know I did.
You better calm down right now.
You better lose your tongue.
No, you'll calm down. You will calm down. It's a simple.
Dude, he can talk to you however he wants to. It's his First Amendment right to do so. Whether or not he's calm or not, he's pissed. I'd be pissed off too if a cop was doing this to me and I knew I stopped at the stop sign. But I tend to mask my feelings because of my ADHD, folks. But that's me. So
full traffic stop. You got any weapons inside the vehicle?
No.
None of your business. I don't answer questions.
What's your name, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
David.
I don't answer questions.
Code 4, got a couple non-compliant.
Non-compliant.
I'll show you non-compliant.
Oh, is that a threat?
No.
Are you threatening me?
Look, I've had a bad night with my wife, and I'm having a little bit of a shit fit. And if you don't mind, I'd like to get on with this and go home.
If you don't calm down, I'm going to remove you from the vehicle.
No, you won't.
I will. Yep. And you reach for anything, I'm going to remove you out of
He
that
is
fucking
escalating.
vehicle.
No, you won't. Stop, sir. Just go back and do your job.
Whoa! Whoa! Mouthy for a little trooper. Bad trooper. Oh, I don't think that was part in your policy.
That was very wrong what that officer said to him.
That was very unprofessional.
What did he say?
He said that he dropped the 4-letter F word. Let me roll it back just a little bit.
Roll it back.
Yeah, roll it back. Reno.
Roll it back.
You will calm down. It's a simple traffic stop. You got any weapons inside the vehicle?
No.
You late to work.
What's your name, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
David. I work at Super One.
Code 4. I got a couple non-compliant.
Non-compliant? I'll show you non-compliant.
Oh, is that a threat?
No.
Are you threatening me?
Look, I've had a bad night with my wife, and I'm having a little bit of a shit fit. And if you don't mind, I'd like to get on with this and go home.
If you don't calm down, I'm going to remove you from the vehicle.
No, you won't.
I will. Yep. And you reach for anything, I'm going to remove you out of that fucking vehicle.
No, you won't.
That is escalation to the max, folks.
Exactly. He didn't even know how to say the word correctly. Fucking vehicle. How did he say it? How do you say it, Marcus? Fucking
vehicle.
Again, folks, this is a public servant talking to members of the public. Yeah, he might be detained for a traffic violation, but you don't need to escalate this and pull him out of the effing vehicle because you think he's having an attitude problem. The attitude problem is not a reason to pull him out from Pennsylvania versus MIM. It's officer safety. And if you're going to say you're pulling him out because of anything else, it's not officer safety.
Stop, sir. Just go back and do your job.
Do not make any movements. Last warning. That's the last one.
Bullshit.
You're going to get tased.
They don't do anything.
Don't reach for another thing. I'm telling you right now. Do not reach for another thing.
What the fuck, dude?
You'll get fucking tased.
Go ahead.
I need to talk to the manager.
You reach for one thing, you're getting tased.
Stop, Chef.
Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Right now.
He didn't
Put your hands on that fucking steering wheel.
cigarette.
Don't use that kind of language with me, sir.
Get out of the car right now. Get out of the car right now.
No.
Get out of the car.
Sir, get out of the car.
You're going to get tased.
Go ahead, tase me.
Sir, get out of the car.
You're getting out of the car. One more time. You can come out or I'm going to remove you. He keeps reaching for shit.
Okay.
Oh.
Get out of the car.
Relax. Get out of the car.
I'm reaching for a lighter to light
One
my
name.
cigarette because I'm
Ian.
nervous.
Ian.
Get out of the car right now.
Get out of the car.
Back up.
No.
Back up.
Get out of the car. Ian.
Back up.
Get out of the car right now.
Back up.
How can you get out of the car whenever you got two officers right there in front of the car?
Calm down.
Exactly.
Get out.
He
Don't
was
make it
even
quick.
grabbing.
Don't make it
Oh, he
quick.
was grabbing the cigarette and a lighter.
Hold on, Cam. Hold on. What was that?
I said all he's doing is grabbing a cigarette and a lighter. How is he touching anything else? The officer just wants to be a dick.
Yeah, the officer has all the documentation. He could have gone back to his car and started writing the ticket, but because he thinks he's reaching for things, you know, it's just so stupid.
Get away and I'll back. Get out on my own.
Okay.
No. That's resistance. He's going to jail.
Put your hand.
That's resisting. See, elementary school definitions, folks.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. You're going to get tasered. Stop resisting. You're going to get tased.
Oh my god! Oh!
All that.
What happened to the taser? What? Why are you throwing punches at this guy? Why? You know, you threaten the taser. You threaten to light him up.
Go to jail. I bet you on everything that guy to go to jail. When he gets out, he's suing that cop. Watch.
Oh,
I bet you so too.
I believe there's something about that towards the end of the video.
Sevenfold 7777 says cops are spineless cowards who live in a perpetual fear for their lives.
All the time.
And sent an emoji. I mean, they use officer safety for everything. I need you out of the vehicle for officer safety. I need this for officer safety. I need to ID you for officer safety.
Are you guys
I can't do it.
Subscribe to Camo Cops on YouTube. You guys are channel. Subscribe to him. Thank you.
Yep. Cam on Cops.
Yep. Get your hands behind your fucking back. Get the tape. Just get the tape. Put your hands behind your back. Last warning. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands.
Last warning.
Oh my God, bro.
Hey.
Last warning. You already.
Reno.
Yeah.
Reno News. Can you wind half that back with the cop so Mike can see it?
So where he's wailing on him? Yeah. Let me rewind it.
Right now.
Rewind it.
Put your hands on that fucking steering wheel. Shit.
Okay.
Oh.
Get out of the car.
Relax.
Bud,
get out of the car.
I'm reaching for a lighter to light my cigarette because I'm
Ian.
nervous.
Ian.
Get out of the car right now.
Get out of the car.
Back up.
No.
Back up.
Get out of the car. Ian.
Back up.
Get out of the car right now.
Back
Why don't we just back up?
He's getting out of the car.
Back up. I'll get out.
Chill out. Calm down. Okay. Look. Calm down. Get out. Don't make this worse.
Dude. I'll back.
Okay. Slowly step
Get
out.
away and I'll back. Get out on my own.
Okay.
No, that's resistance. He's going to jail.
Put your hand.
And then you're going to start wailing on him.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. You're going to get tasered. Stop resisting. You're going to get tased. Put your hands behind your fucking back.
Yeah,
get the taser. Put your hands behind your back. Last warning. Put your hands behind
Again, where's the taser?
Put your hands behind your back.
It's coming up.
I've never been tasered before, but I would think I would much rather be tasered than being wailed upon.
Two officers. Michael just said those two officers should get fired
immediately.
Oh, definitely. I understand it.
Room. Supposed to give him a space before stepping into the vehicle. You don't just tell him like, "Oh, hey, step out of the car. I'm gonna need you to step out of the car." Give him room to step out of the car.
Give him a chance. Exactly.
It's so sad just to see that. I'm just like, bro, really? And y'all are supposed to protect and serve. And what did he do so wrong for y'all to do that, to escalate that quickly?
He had an attitude. All he was doing, grabbing a cigarette and a lighter.
He just had
and have an attitude. Yeah. He had an attitude with the cop.
You know what I would say?
I need to talk to the manager. I need to talk to the manager.
I need to talk to the manager.
Who the hell are you?
Right.
Who the hell are you wiling on him like that? You know? Oh, jeez.
Go behind your back.
Oh, there's the taser finally. After you already assaulted him, battered him.
So after blatantly escalating the stop, ripping Ian out of his car, and tasing and beating his ass, the officers arrested Ian for battery on a police officer and attempting to remove a firearm from a police officer. That second charge came from Officer Davis's claim that Ian tried to grab his firearm during the struggle, which is also allegedly what led Officer Davis to punching Ian multiple times while he was on the ground. But if you look at the dash cam footage of this interaction, you can clearly see that no one tried to grab Officer Davis's firearm at any point during the encounter. And it looks to me like he's punching Ian while Ian's arms are pinned underneath him. Now again, I'm not saying that Ian carried himself as well as he possibly could have during this encounter, but I simply don't believe Officer Davis's assertion that Ian tried to grab his firearm, and I don't believe that this use of force was justified. But that wasn't the only time that Officer Davis had a run-in with Ian. Now let's fast forward to January 3rd of 2023, about 8 months after the encounter that we just watched. Late that night, Officer Davis was on patrol when he got a call regarding someone in a white SUV driving.
And remind you guys, this is all stemming from the training facility whose unofficial motto was, don't get PTSD, but cause it. they're causing a lot of PTSD, folks, from the way it looks like. And the government agency, especially a police officer agency, should not have that motto. They're trying to be cops and not police officers, folks. I have a clear distinction. They're, again, cops, a fictional 3-letter word of people that represent law enforcement on TV. And then every police officer out there goes out there and tries to play cop. And then you got police officers who know and understand the law and the Constitution. And we love police officers. We hate cops.
Recklessly. And about half an hour later, Officer Davis noticed a vehicle traveling behind him with their bright lights on and decided to initiate a stop. When Officer Davis got into position and initiated his emergency lights, Ian continued to drive for several streets before pulling over.
Ian, get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle, Ian. Get out of the vehicle.
They're turning this into a felony stop?
Right now. Shut the vehicle off and get out of the vehicle, please. Why? Because I told you to. Get out of the vehicle or you're going to be removed from the vehicle, Ian. Don't do this.
What am I doing wrong?
Shut the vehicle off, throw the keys on the dash, and get out of the vehicle.
Why?
Because I let you up back there and you didn't stop. If you don't get out of the vehicle...
So he's turning this into a felony stop for going a little bit farther to a safe place to pull over.
I think he went a little further than that. I think he might have went a little bit further than that.
Well, still, him as a driver has every right to find a safe place to pull over and make sure that him and the officer have, a safe spot where everybody can feel safe.
Right.
Not just to pull over immediately just because the cops' lights come on.
You ran across 3 lanes of traffic in front of me without a plate. Get out of the vehicle now!
Oh, you never drive
Ian
off.
drove away and led the Bonners Ferry officers on a low-speed pursuit that spanned several streets and lasted approximately 30 minutes before his car was finally disabled by one of the officers. There's no denying that driving off and leading officers on a low-speed pursuit was not a very intelligent move by Ian. But that does not justify what the officers did once they finally caught him.
No, please. You fleeing and eluding, that's a crime.
Go out the window or you're getting tased. I'm going tased.
Ian,
comply. We've been on a pursuit with you for a half hour. Get out of the vehicle.
Yeah, folks, you don't hold court on the roadside. Raise your objections and then comply. Unfortunately, these folks have the full backing of the law behind them up until the point that they get into court. So the court is the best place to handle these objections. You just don't drive off. You don't, when they tell you to get out of the car, you ask once, then get out. But yeah, don't sit there and
you don't want to
this guy. This guy is giving them reasons to escalate all the way up to use of force at this point. But yeah, I mean, the moment he drove off, that's where all bets are off. I can't stand behind the guy anymore.
Right.
Get out of the vehicle or you're going to get tased.
And again, folks.
You're non-compliant. Get out of the vehicle or...
Nothing in the law says you have to comply.
Because you led us on a pursuit for 30 minutes.
At this point he does.
Go for it.
Show me your hand.
Hit him with the other cartridge.
Got him.
Go. Comply. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Get out of the wires. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop. Ian, stop resisting. Relax. Unbuckle your... You're going to get tased again.
I can't move.
Get out of the vehicle, Ian.
Can you reach in and get his seatbelt?
I can't. You guys won't let me. Hey, hold on.
Unbuckle your seatbelt right now. You're getting tased again.
Look, he just said unbuckle his seatbelt. How when the deputy's holding his arm out the door like that?
Right, yeah. I mean, some of the things that these these cops say, you know, in order to get you to comply, they keep giving you these orders, but yet they're sitting here assaulting and battering you and tasing you and doing all this shit and will never give you half a chance because they want you to magically pop out of your car.
They want to know what it is that they want to be able to use that equipment on them. They want to be able to try that equipment out on people.
Do it in the training facility. Do it amongst yourselves so you know what it feels like when you do this to people.
Well, I had to get tasered and I had to get pepper sprayed as well. So you do have to go through that.
I got tased a couple times by the police and pepper spray. That shit hurts.
Yeah,
well,
something I never want to get into myself, but it's part of the risk of being an auditor. You know.
Hold on, Scotty.
You got the fantasy for.
Get on the ground right now.
God damn it! I ain't doing wrong.
Get down on the ground.
Get him back.
I ain't doing wrong.
But I had a feeling that this cop would have done a felony stop on him even if he would have pulled over right away.
He was tased 4 times, 3 successfully within 19 seconds. He was being tased for 16 of those 19 seconds.
And folks, that can cause lethal force. That could cause cardiac arrest. Mm-hmm. That could cause your body to do things and shut things down. You know, the taser is supposed to be like the last level of resort that you're supposed to use before heading to lethal force. And
I believe it's
go ahead.
I believe it's the XM26 deployable taser. It's like, how many volts is it? It's a lot. Let me look it up real quick.
But still, I mean, these things can be non-lethal, or these things are supposed to be non-lethal, but they can become lethal if they're used inappropriately. And if you don't have proper training, and if they don't properly train these officers on the law, what makes you think they're going to get properly trained on a taser? Go ahead.
It's going to be 26 watts, 50,000 volts.
That's a lot of electricity, folks.
Going through your heart and stuff.
Yeah.
Terrible. That's like,
I mean, there have been studies and reports where, I mean, these things can cause organ failures, you know, after being deployed.
Officer Davis was ordering Ian to unbuckle his seatbelt and then tasing him whenever he tried to do so, and then framing it as resistance as another officer pinned Ian's arm out the window, making it basically impossible for him to comply with any of their orders. Once the officers managed to get Ian out of the car, they placed him in handcuffs.
Exactly. Hogs 14. It's like getting hit with an AED. You know, you guys know what an AED is. It's an automatic defibrillator. When a person's heart stops, it shocks people's things. You know, I definitely go out and get a first aid, you know, CPR class. That's where you learn it from.
I got it.
But yeah, like think about it. Getting hit with like an AED 3 or 4 times. That shit's gotta hurt. I mean,
and began the arrest process. But since Ian had sustained injuries from the officers, he had to be transported to the hospital before he could be taken to jail. Eventually, Officer Davis escorted Ian out of the hospital and he was taken to jail, where he was charged with felony eluding, resisting, DUI, possession of marijuana, and possession of paraphernalia. So I think it's pretty evident at this point in the video that Officer Davis has demonstrated a pattern of violent behavior and escalation. And no one at the Bonners Ferry Police Department seems to have a problem with it. This became even more apparent in March of 2024 when Sergeant Willie Cowell, the one that I told you to remember from earlier, became the chief of police of the Bonners Ferry Police Department once Zimmerman retired. And newly appointed Chief Cowell's first order of business was to promote Officer Davis to the rank of sergeant. And
Good
he
old
claimed
boys
this was
club.
for demonstrating, quote, attention to detail, knowledge of Idaho code, police procedure, case law, and a no-nonsense, proactive approach to the job. But
and you know what, folks? There's no tests. There's nothing that says, a book of knowledge that they have to go through to become a sergeant. It's just basically, oh, I think you've done a good job. Here you go. Here's some stripes. Unless it's a bigger police department. New York, the police department, again, different things. But in the military, I know this for a fact, they got books and stuff they have to study for tests, usually that they have to go through whenever they get promotions and get stripes. Demonstrating a knowledge and stuff like that. You don't have to do that to become a sergeant or a corporal or a lieutenant. You just have to put in the work and the years, apparently. Hogs 14 says, and those give out about 1,000 to 2,000 volts each time, where taser is 50,000 volts. Oh, so yeah, even more electricity. Let's keep going.
Literally a week before Officer Davis received his promotion, he was involved in a stop where he demonstrated none of those characteristics. Well, outside of the proactive approach. On February 23rd, 2024, then Officer Davis initiated a traffic stop on Barners Ferry resident Kayla Coleman and her significant other, Brenton Anderegg.
Hello.
Hi, my window is broken. Sorry.
Okay. I'm Officer Davis, Police Department.
Hello.
Reason I stopped you is you have a headlight out.
I do?
Yep.
Oh.
It just comes loose, man. Can I jump out and fix it?
Yeah, you can hop out in a minute here when I'm done. I'm finished doing my business here.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, man.
Can I see your driver's license?
Yeah, thank you.
Registration, insurance, please.
Yes, absolutely.
You got an ID on you too, sir, there? Please.
Amazon Cops kind of popped in on us. I don't have his link in the description, but go check him out.
You don't have any ID at all?
No, I don't have it on me, no.
Okay.
I have my wallet, sorry.
Where you guys coming from?
Super one.
Why is he asking about the passenger?
From Sandpoint.
Again, folks, you as a passenger do not have to answer any of his questions. You do not have to provide your ID. You don't have to do any of that. You can tell him to go pound sand, folks. Oh, thank you, Cops. Bad Cops Gone Wild. I'll have to subscribe you back there.
I live. I live here. I'm from Sandpoint, though.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so you're coming from Super One tonight?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then what's your business here at Liberty?
Here, where?
At the gas station.
Oh.
Why are you
get gas?
so many questions?
I'm asking anything I can. Hey, don't interrupt me.
That's rude, man. Like, you just stopped us for a headlight. Why are you asking us all that
I'm
stuff?
allowed to answer questions that are pertaining to the traffic stop.
How is what we're doing
That doesn't
pertaining
pertain
to
Okay,
the
it's
headlight?
registration and insurance. I asked you where you just came from.
I know. How does that pertain to the headlight?
There's Idaho case law that backs up what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, you can ask any question you want, officer, but you still haven't answered his question. How does that pertain to the stop? Just because you can answer it doesn't mean...
He didn't even want to explain it. He didn't even want to. He just skipped right over it, like ignoring the question altogether.
It's like, hey, I can't ask questions because Idaho state law says I can't ask questions just because I can't. Oh, jeez. Hogs 14. Yeah, unless he has reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Again, that whole phrase that the passenger has had or going to commit a crime, he has no reason to get the ID other than the fact that he's an ID addict and he needs the drug.
Right, he's itching.
IDs are like cocaine and crack or rugs to these people.
All right, I just want to jump in here real quick and say that I have no idea what Idaho case law that Officer Davis is attempting to reference here. But I think what he's trying to say is that he is allowed to ask questions during the course of a traffic stop, which is true. But what is also true is that citizens are not required to answer any questions from a police officer, especially when those questions aren't actually relevant to the traffic stop in any meaningful way. So in this instance, Officer Davis was within his authority to ask questions, but Brenton was also right that he didn't have to answer. This is a great demonstration of Officer Davis's knowledge of case law that Chief Cowell praised him for. I can definitely see why he was promoted.
Okay. Registration and insurance, please.
My baby is 6 weeks old.
Okay.
Yeah, back there. It's cold. looking for
if you don't stop,
Look, man, I'm not.
hey, listen to me very carefully.
Oh, here he goes escalating again, folks.
Exactly.
Where's the de-escalation? And this guy is now being promoted to a supervisor? Jeez.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna rip you out of the car, and you're gonna go to jail.
Escalation.
For what?
For you're obstructing my investigation at this point.
You're obstructing my... again,
You're obstructing your
obstruction,
own
physical act. Obstruction is a physical act. Again, remember, threats of force of violence. This guy has done none of that. He's a civilian passenger in a vehicle and has no need to identify or help him in this investigation.
He's looking for the
I'm trying to gather the vehicle documents. I'm asking you questions that pertain to the traffic stop. He's reaching.
No, it don't.
So
they don't pertain.
That's where we're coming from when you stopped us for a headlight. Like,
I'm not talking to you.
Dude.
Well, then quit
Okay,
talking
you're
to
not wearing
him.
a seatbelt, number one. That's why I asked for your name.
Took it off, man.
You're not wearing a seatbelt. The car's running.
Is this?
I'm not going to argue with you.
Again, when everything is a crime, he's nothing but a hammer hitting a nail looking for a crime for every single thing. These guys are public servants first. I keep hammering that home. I don't understand why they don't realize this.
Looking for?
Dude, I was getting out to go in this store.
I don't want to fucking do this. Like,
Vehicles.
My baby's gonna start crying. He probably needs to be breastfed. I want to fucking go home. I don't.
Okay, you need to
do
calm
this.
down
Like,
first of all. You need to calm down.
This is
That's the
ridiculous.
registration.
When in the history of telling somebody to calm down has anybody actually calmed the F down?
Never.
Never. So just because you are a cop with a clown suit and a badge and a gun on your hip, telling somebody to calm down is not going to calm them down.
That's what you're looking for, sir.
This is a routine traffic stop. I already.
Hey, can we get moderated access through the panel on the right hand side? I wonder.
You, no, I don't think you can give You have to give it through YouTube. I don't think you can give it through. Who you want in the mod?
I told you it's right here. It's right here.
Come on, cops.
Oh, come on. Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's your first name, sir?
This is.
What is your
At
first
least-
name?
at least
I'm going to
basic
ask you one more
moderation.
time, and then you're going to go to jail.
For what?
You're
Going
not
to
wearing
jail
your
for
seatbelt.
what?
Okay, get out. Get out.
Going to jail for what?
I don't
Get
see
out.
him
My
in the
name is
chat.
Brenton. My name is Brenton.
Get out of the car.
Please don't. Sir.
One.
Our baby is 6 weeks old,
Hey,
man. We
Camo
just
cops,
need to get
put
home.
something in the chat.
We
Get out of
have
the car.
groceries in the trunk.
Get out of the
please.
car.
Get what?
Right now.
Hey, put something in Sacramento Community Watch's chat so that way he can mod you.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I didn't see his
Shut the car off.
message.
Go stand in front of my car right now.
Can I speak to
Go
your
stand in front of
supervisor?
I am the supervisor on shift.
You're the supervisor on shift?
No, you need to speak
Turn
to your
around. Face away
supervisor.
from
I don't know.
Face away from me and put your hands on top of your head.
Why is he making him do all that?
Because he had a lip with the officer. His ego is bruised.
Because I have no idea why you're acting so irrationally.
I don't know why you're asking where we're
stopped.
coming from.
I'm allowed to ask those questions.
And we
No.
don't have to
You're allowed to
answer that.
I need to stop
I don't know
pausing.
why
Okay,
you
well,
would
whatever.
answer.
You don't.
Why
Keep
did you
repeating
ask
myself.
I'm allowed to.
him? For the headlight?
Yep. Okay, I'm not gonna go in because I've already tried to explain things to you.
Okay.
Way past what I have to.
Look,
so
can I just
you can either
shut
give me
up?
your name right now.
Sure, my name is Brenton, man.
Yeah, that's good for starters.
You can run my name all you want. I'm clean. I have nothing on me.
Then why do you gotta give me the attitude and give me the runaround?
Because I think it's really ridiculous.
Well, that's cool. If you don't like that, go move to Washington then.
No.
I don't care.
I'm not going to move to Washington. Why are you treating me like that? You're a public servant, man.
Thank you. Middle name.
Are you familiar with U.S. Code Title
Nope.
18, Section 242?
Nope. Face away from me.
I think he might have. Sorry, let me.
Eventually, Officer Davis did just issue 2 warnings to the couple, but he could not leave without getting the last word in.
Future reference, when I ask for your name, I have a legal reason to ask for your name. Unless you do want to get booked into jail for a misdemeanor offense, you will give me your name. Does that make sense to you?
Perseverance,
Okay.
he is power tripping.
I'm not trying to pick on you, your wife?
Yes, you are.
But when I'm asking questions that pertain to the traffic stop, there's
They don't pertain.
That substantiates
you pulled
that.
her over. She's the driver. Like, that's beyond the scope of the traffic stop to ask me for ID. I have nothing to do with her driving. Her car.
I literally just explained that to you.
Okay.
Per Idaho
And you were
law,
wrong, officer.
You can look up. I don't have the code on hand. It's a traffic code. You have to have a seatbelt on per Idaho state law. I could have wrote you a $10 ticket for it. I didn't. You know, but whatever. If you want to. If you think you have legal, if you think you have some legal knowledge, go for it. I don't care. But next time you pull that crap on me, you will go to jail.
For what?
Resist, obstruct. I literally just told you that twice.
Okay. Okay. So
have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
He don't know what
by the
resist
time
obstruction is.
Sergeant Davis received his promotion, there was a lot of talk going around Bonners Ferry about him. And eventually, some local activists got wind of the story. With the help of a local journalist, the victims of Sergeant Davis all came together to write an official statement regarding their experience and a request for Sergeant Davis and the Bonners Ferry Police Department to be investigated. This was in mid-March of 2025, and the letter was sent to various organizations ranging from the DOJ and the FBI to the Idaho Attorney General and the ACLU. My sources tell me that the only meaningful response that they received was from the FBI, who ultimately concluded that there was not enough there to launch an official investigation. The victims also acquired all of the body camera footage and released it publicly through a local activist's YouTube channel, and it was also briefly shared around the auditing community, which caused the department to shut down their Facebook page and temporarily disable their phone lines. As far as I know, Sergeant Davis never received any kind of disciplinary action for anything that he did during the encounters we watched today. And these aren't the only encounters where Sergeant Davis was caught doing some highly questionable stuff, but this was just all I could fit into one video. And there's one.
And we're going to have to pause it there, folks. We're coming up on our 2-hour mark. And as you know, we cut it off at 2 hours because of the AI short background in the field. So if you'd like to finish the video on your own, the links in the descriptions to the original video and the content creator, as well as a shout out to who was the last one we were going to feature, James Madison Audits. The link to the video that we were going to watch is down in the description, folks, as well. If you want to watch some banger content, go watch that. But other than that, folks, we want you to know your rights and learn your rights and exercise your rights whenever possible, folks. So with that, we thank you. Chief, you got anything else you want to throw in there before we have to end it?
Yeah. Shout out to Lieutenant Chance. Shout out to Dakota. Shout out to Xander the Educator. Of course, Reno News Now. Shout out to Levi Audit. Shout out to Cameron Cop. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to the entire
links
team.
are in the description, folks.
We appreciate you guys.
Anyways, we got to get out of here, folks. You have a wonderful night.